Welcome to the Season 9 SFLm Developmental Draft here on SFL YouTube. I've got 8 representatives from our 8 SFLm teams getting ready to start another unique season of SFLm football. Of course, we've got a rookie class hovering around about 50 right now. Thanks to Rochelle Colston for getting all those players processed and on to the respective teams. Give her a hand. We also are gearing up for a unique SFLm season. We now have 1 calendar year. We'll have 6 games in the spring, 6 games in the fall, and then the playoffs. If you win the spring, you get a first round bye, and if you win the spring and the fall, you automatically advance to the SFLm championship. We've had a lot of movement. You'll see a lot of these teams in the pros over the summer in season 23, and we're super excited about that. But let's introduce our draftees tonight. You can see all of the development players on the screen. There are some players who have been automatically assigned. Iman Kopech will go to Chicago. They're the only team without a rookie quarterback right now, and he qualified for the developmental team earlier this season, playing in a backup role in Houston. Alexander West is part of Lexington's coaching staff, and Bentley Bonner is part of Nashville's coaching staff. So those 3 teams have their first-round picks accounted for. Bossier City will be on the clock first as the worst record from last season. They went 0-5. We'll then go San Jose, Lexington, Albuquerque, Philly, Pittsburgh, Nashville, Chicago, and snake that until the draft is over. Shout-outs to Jason Peace, Captain Bubbles, CJ Parrish, Ethan Flowers, Grant Hardaway, Art Vandelay, King Suntan, Bone Frostel, Zach Holdorf, Type Attack, Corey Menor, many others in the chat. All right, let's introduce our panel representing San Jose tonight. Nicholas Frostel. What's up, Nick?
Hey, what's up?
Good to have you here. Garrison Blue, a.k.a. Frank Wade, here from Bossier City. How you doing, Frank?
We're doing well. That was kind of harsh with the 0-5 record. We didn't have to shout that out.
Sorry, my bad. Well, hopefully we can put it past. Didn't you have to play Chicago like 3 times last season?
I know at least twice. It might have seemed like 3 or 4 times. I don't know.
Maybe Bossier City will draft Isaac Knox so you don't have to play him again. Representing Chicago is John Fullerton. What's up, John?
What's going on? I think the introduction should be defending champs, but we'll go off on that. Some people put some respect on us. You know what I mean?
Everybody's so critical so far. Let's see. Let's see what I've screwed up with Philly. John Martin, what's going on, John?
Didn't screw up anything. Very excited to get this thing going.
Absolutely. Marco Swift over in Lexington. How you doing, Marco? Marco.
Polo.
We'll see if we can get Marco. Danny Carmichael from Nashville. What's up, Danny?
Hey, good evening. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Joshua Williams, J. Will from Albuquerque. What's up?
What's going on, Cam?
Should be a good night, man. And Keith Wheeler representing Pittsburgh tonight. What's going on, Keith?
Hey, Tusks up, everybody.
There we go. All right, well, Marco, we'll circle back to you one more time, man. Can you hear us? We'll see if we can get Marco's situation fixed. I'll just shoot him a quick text. Give me just a second. All right, so we've got 1 minute per pick, but we probably won't need to use the clock very much tonight, as these teams are going to rattle on through their selections. So we'll keep that handy if we need it. But yeah, we should keep things moving pretty smoothly here tonight. These teams, you'll see their current rookie rosters pop up on the screen during their selections, so you can kind of get an idea of where the team is going. A lot of these developmental draft players got drafted in the previous draft. They've been working all SFLm season long on improving their players, and now we're going to get to see how that translates against some of the new rookie class coming in. And so yeah, we're looking forward to all of that. Yeah, Marco's getting things Marco, you there? Nope. Okay, we're going to keep working on that. All right, so let's start the draft. It is Bossier City's pick. Bossier City, you are up first, and who's going to be your first selection?
First selection is going to be a former BCS Steamer, and that is defensive back Ronnie Shanahan.
Ronnie Shanahan. Now you can see, guys at home can see that safeties and corners are at a premium. We don't have a lot of defensive backs so far in this class. Bossier City going with the strong safety on the board. So that is the Steamers selection. Now it's San Jose's turn. The Flighter up next.
Hey Cam, can you take a quick look in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
The developmental chat. All right, San Jose would like to select Rain Storm, halfback.
Rain Storm going now. San Jose doesn't have a rookie running back, so Rain Storm's going to be their first pick. We'll likely see a couple of running backs go to San Jose on the board at some point tonight. Okay, so Lexington's got their guy, Alexander West. It'll snake back to them in the second round. We go to Albuquerque. Joshua Williams, your selection.
Albuquerque would like to select tight end Dot Williams.
Now, he played in Jacksonville. Refresh my memory, Jay Will. Did he play in Albuquerque last season? I can't remember.
All right. He did not.
Oh, okay. Well, Dot Williams definitely had a... Go ahead.
No, sorry, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, is it Marco?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Sorry, my phone died right before this all started, but I'm here. I'm good now.
We're good. All good, man. All right, Philadelphia, you're next.
Well, is it my turn?
Yeah, John. Philadelphia.
Oh, King Alexander, wide receiver.
All right. King Alexander joins Jared Dumas and Benshad K in the on this Philly receiving core. All right, so now we go to Pittsburgh.
All right, Pittsburgh would like to select Bubba Bruiser, defensive tackle from Portland.
That's a good pick, like Bubba. Seems like a good dude. All right, so we got our first defensive lineman off the board. Quite a few to pick from here tonight. All right, Nashville and Chicago have their first picks in Bonner and Kopech, but it snakes back to Chicago, so you're up.
All right, Cam. Chicago, I'd like to take Jubilee Marsh.
Jubilee Marsh from Minnesota. What a rookie season. Going to Chicago. All right, Nashville, you're up.
All right, with our pick in the second round, we're going to go with running back Isaac Knox.
Oh, John, how you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Knox, but it's we got different plans over here in Chicago. So
The rivalry continues
mhm.
between Chicago and Nashville. Now, Chicago's got Kirk Wynn, a newcomer. Nashville gets their first back in Isaac Knox. So good pick there from the tempo, seeing if Knox can regain some of that magic he had last season. Pittsburgh, you're up.
Pittsburgh will select Carly Ford, center.
The only offensive lineman on the board. All right, good pick there. Philly, back to you.
Philadelphia Cougars would like to select Brandon Brennenstall. That's back.
All right. Brennan Stahl was a nice red zone threat for Los Angeles this season. So Philly's going offense early. Got Frank Uden or Udon at running back. We'll get his pronunciation before the season begins, and then Brennan Stahl will join him in the backfield. All right, back to Albuquerque.
Albuquerque would like to select wide receiver Bobby Tarantino.
Florida man, still playing in the postseason. Albuquerque adds him to go along with Clarence Lee in their receiving core. All right, Lexington, you're up.
Lexington's going to go Deion James, running back.
Yeah, I saw that coming. He's been playing pretty well as of late over there in, Tulsa, now Lexington, I suppose. So Deion James gets to stay where he's at. That's the first running back for Lexington off the board. And now we go to San Jose.
San Jose would like to pick wide receiver Devin Lloyd.
So Devin Lloyd, who has a lot of speed, a lot of agility. We saw how big of a deal that was in the minor league last season with the likes of Henry McGee and Kenny Hendricks. Devin Lloyd may be that next guy up. I believe had a kick return for Indianapolis at some point this season. So San Jose gets a couple of threats. A lot of offensive weapons coming off the board here early. Back to Bossier City, and then it snakes to you again, Frank, for back-to-back picks.
All right, back-to-back picks. We got another returning steamer, Zach Benjamin, inside linebacker.
I know you're happy that he fell back down to you here at the end of the second round. All right, and your next selection.
Cornerback, Ryan Cook.
Ryan Cook going to Bossier City. And back to San Jose. Got that, Art. Thank you for that in the chat.
San Jose would like to pick or select cornerback Ryan Cook.
Ryan Cook was just taken by Bozier with the last pick.
Oh, you didn't add him.
I know the YouTube's a little delayed.
You meant his twin brother, right?
Don't feel bad about this, K Magic, but we're going to be selecting K Magic.
Hey, I had Zach Benjamin on the list twice, so it happens. Lexington, back to you.
Lexington's going to be taking K Magic.
What? Are y'all trolling me? K Magic was just taken by San Jose. There's one DV left, Sidney Galloway.
Oh, wait, my bad. Puff. Brenda, Puff. Sorry, my bad. I wasn't paying attention there.
Okay, all right. Y'all are hilarious.
That was my bad. They're all screaming at me right now. I dropped the ball on that one. That was Brenda Puff. My bad.
That was so funny. That's a classic draft moment. Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. Okay, Albuquerque, would you like Brenda Puff?
No, thank you. Albuquerque would like to select cornerback Sidney Galloway.
I guess because I said the name, I thought it was taken there for a sec, and but you got it. Sidney Galloway. DBs are now gone, and we'll take a look at rosters after the fact on that. Okay, back to Philadelphia now.
Philadelphia would like to take tight end Daisy Peace.
There you go. Jason was probably screaming at you from behind the scenes. That's his wife, right?
It is.
Shout out to Jason's wife, Daisy. All right. Philadelphia's got their pick in, and Pittsburgh, back to you.
Pittsburgh would like to select R.C. Puff, outside linebacker.
Got it? Y'all are giving me a complex now because Brenda got picked. So Brenda and RC will be playing each other when Lexington takes on Pittsburgh. That'll be fun. By the way, if you guys don't play in the spring, because I think that there's, what would that be? There's one team that you don't play in the spring. You'll definitely play them in the fall. All right, so that is Pittsburgh's pick to Nashville.
All right, with Nashville's next pick, we would like to select defensive tackle Emmanuel Petrilla.
Petrilla's going to Nashville. If you missed it earlier today, the roster file for the minor league, we hope to have it done by this weekend, so that'll be publicly released to everyone. That'll be exciting. Chicago, you're up, and it snakes to you.
Oh, sorry, Kim. I was falling asleep a little bit. Not just kidding. So for Chicago, we will pick. Sorry, I just had it up here.
Frank Doom, see the automatically assigned players to answer your question there to the right side of the screen.
Chicago pick Dallas Knowles.
inside linebacker. And back to you, John, so you don't have to fall asleep.
I actually didn't fall asleep. There's a little joke for that. All right, so for our second pick, Chicago will pick William Patterson.
Okay, so back-to-back defensive picks. Defensive end William Patterson headed to Chicago, or outside linebacker, rather, headed to Chicago. So Chicago gets a couple linebackers there. You can see on their team they had one, Pablo Sanchez, at inside linebacker. So they got a core of 3 linebackers now. So Chicago should be set in that department. Nashville, you're up.
All right. So with our 4th round pick, we'd like to select wide receiver Easton King.
Easton King to Nashville. That is Nashville's second skill position selection, joining Elliott Pope Jr. at wide receiver. Now back to Pittsburgh.
Oh, I just love watching the Discord in our chat, just like going around and around over who we want here. But
fun,
we are
right?
going to stay with the defensive side of the ball. We are going to go defensive end, Lindsey Thimpson.
Pittsburgh's got a lineman. Second, I should say. Defensive tackle, defensive end. Pittsburgh didn't have anybody up front, so definitely needed a defensive lineman there with that selection. Back to Philly.
We will also go with some defense. We'd like to take inside linebacker Ben Bowman.
Ben Bowman headed to Philly. Back to Albuquerque.
Albuquerque would like to select inside linebacker Lucas Gilbert.
The linebackers are going quick now. So Albuquerque gets their second defensive selection along with Galloway. Lexington, you're back up.
Lexington will be taking Casper Haddock.
That is the last inside linebacker on the board. For those of you playing at home, and Lexington did not have one, so the Miners fill that need. It is back to San Jose now.
Hey, Cam, can you quickly check chat again? Okay. I'm going to choose outside linebacker King McNeely.
All right, San Jose gets some linebacker help as well. You can see there top of the screen. They had inside linebacker Jad McPherson will be playing his rookie season with the Flight alongside King McNeely. Good mentor there. Back to Bossier City, and then it snakes to you, Frank.
All right, that first pick is going to be wide receiver Xavier Knight.
Someone was commenting in the chat. That's a great name. Hope somebody scoops him up, and there you go. Bossier City gets Xavier Knight. All right, Frank, what's your second pick?
Second pick is going to be tight end Adam Grabowski.
Now, Adam Grabowski, Frank, I remember as having a terrific play late in the season where he got that big touchdown for you guys. So good to see Grabowski back in the double blue.
He also scored our first touchdown ever.
That's right. That's right. San Jose, you're up.
San Jose would like to choose defensive end Maurice Williams.
Maurice Williams going to be a member of the Flight. That's Maurice. All right, Lexington.
Lexington will be taking wide receiver CJ Parrish.
CJ just been, super active, just waiting for that moment. And Houston hasn't necessarily come for him yet, but going to get an opportunity to shine there in Lexington. He'll be joining Riley Porter Jr. in that receiving core.
Bring him back home, Alex West.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
West
Yep.
Him and Alex West started together last season.
Yeah, that's big for Lexington's receiving core. That's pretty exciting. Good on CJ, and Ethan Flowers excited about that as well. Albuquerque, you're back up.
Albuquerque would like to welcome back home Dalton Barker. Wide receiver.
Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't find it. Thank you. Joshua. Did I call you Jason earlier tonight?
You tried to.
What does that mean? I stopped myself?
You stopped yourself.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I stopped myself again. I think I was going for the Jason. Okay, Dalton Barker to Albuquerque. And all right, Philly, you're back up.
All right, the Cougars would like to take defensive end Connor O'Shaughnessy.
Was that Oshag Hennessy you just took?
What's that?
Oh, you go back to the Key and Peele skit about Principal Oshag Hennessy.
I was muted, but I caught your reference. Thank you for that.
Ron.
Yes, it
Man.
was. Philly-
16 years as a teacher. I love that skit.
That skit is amazing.
Philly with that last pick. So Pittsburgh, you're back up.
Pittsburgh would like to take Takada Yuki kicker.
Fine. I was wondering how long the only kicker was going to stay on the board. Yuki headed to Pittsburgh. That could prove to be some.
We
winning
took care of that
kicks.
for you, Cam.
What, say again?
We took care of that for you. We heard heard your laments there.
That could prove to be big down the line. Pittsburgh needed a kicker. Show of hands, who has a kicker? That's Bossier City's got one. Anybody
Nashville
else?
has one.
Nashville has one. The kickers are hard come by. And speaking of Nashville, it is your pick.
All right, so with our fifth round pick, I am so sorry. I'm probably gonna. I would probably butcher the first name, but we're gonna go with defensive end Darshington from Queen City.
Deterion Darshington.
Oh, okay, so I was right.
Yeah.
Dang, someone told me I was wrong in our like.
Well, maybe
And
I'm
so-
wrong. I mean, if Darshington's in the chat, let us know. But I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Deterion.
Dang, because that's exactly how I was gonna say it. So my bad. Sorry about that.
No worries. Darshington headed to Nashville, and that means Chicago, you're up, and it snakes to you. Chicago got the.
All right,
Go
so
ahead.
we got a little back to back, huh?
Yep.
Back
you
to back
do.
picks. So I think somebody's last name kind of describes the picks that we got right now. So the first one.
I know where you're
So
going.
actually, I'll save it for the second one. So for the first one, we'll go with May Carter, and second one we'll go with Nick Twice.
Skippy's gonna be happy about that May Carter pick. Been
There you go, Skip.
been pushing for May Carter in the chat as Carolina's only dev player, and then Nick Twice also goes to Chicago. With that, we have 6 tight ends and 4 running backs, and I believe that is it. So we are nearing the end. It is back to Nashville. We're about to have a run on them. Nashville has 1 running back, no tight ends at the moment.
All right, so with our sixth round pick, we're gonna go with running back Tino Sosa.
The former Flight running back. So Nashville's got a couple of starting running backs from last season in their backfield.
Boo.
Pittsburgh, you're up.
Pittsburgh would like to bring back the bowling ball, BB Bullets, running back.
Nice. Okay, down to the wire. Philly, back to you.
Philadelphia will select tight end Cables McGill.
To pair with Jonathan Kilgore. Cables McGill still playing in the quarterfinals. Oh, and you've got Peace as well, so Philly's going to be hitting some people out there. Albuquerque, you're up.
Albuquerque would like to select tight end Tyler Gregory.
Okay, Lexington, you're up. The way it's looking, I think Lexington's going to be the last team to pick as well. I don't think it's going to get to the top 5 again.
Lexington will take Ace Ketchum.
The former number 1 pick falls all the way to Lexington with just a couple picks to go. Wow, great snag there from the Miners. San Jose, back to you.
San Jose will take halfback Bismarck Wright.
San Jose squeezes that last running back off the board. That means, Frank, that you've got a couple tight ends to pick from.
We only have we have one pick. Or are we going back around?
You have back to back.
Decisions. Should I go tight end
That's all that's left?
or tight end?
I see what you did there. Now that's going to be
I'd go
interesting
tight end.
because you'll have 3 tight ends as well. So maybe flexing some out at wide receiver or putting somebody at fullback, or that's going to get interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say you should take that inline receiver.
I think we need to go. I don't know about receiver. I think I'll just try to go tight end here. We're gonna go. We'll go Henson Jr. tight end.
Minnesota boy.
And then
You're also picking for San Jose as well with this last pick. Oh no! Wait. There's 3 more. I'm sorry. Lexington has.
let's
one.
go Sandcastle tight end.
Charleston. Okay, San Jose, you are making your pick and Lexington's pick on these last tight ends. Who are you taking?
San Jose will take pretend fullback Mr. Paca.
Pocket going to put a fullback.
That's three running backs for them.
He might play tight end. We don't know.
And then Jimmy Wintz, you are headed to Lexington. And don't be Mr. Irrelevant this season. We'll see you on the field. All right, that is your developmental draft. That's how it all shakes out. We'll see these rosters in full by the end of the weekend as we get everybody all situated onto their squads. Congrats to the teams and their draft tonight. It's going to be really interesting to see how these rosters all shake out. And gentlemen, any thoughts or questions for me before we adjourn?
I am good.
All right.
This draft was fun.
Good deal.
All good here, Cam. Some fun.
Chicago.
Thank you guys for competing tonight. It's always fun to see teams hit the field again in another new season, and certainly a lot of intrigue behind this minor league season as well. You've got a lot of draft picks from last year. You've got brand new rookies that we haven't seen, and we also have a bunch of teams that are going to be moving up into the pros already announced. Albuquerque, Chicago, Lexington, Nashville, Pittsburgh, Bossier City leadership is holding strong with Alamo City, and we'll see the Steamers soon enough in the pros. And hey, who knows? Philadelphia, San Jose may not be far behind them as well. If you want to get involved in SFLm, give these 8 teams a shout on Discord. And if you want your own minor league team, those opportunities will be coming your way this October when we open up that application process as these teams transition into the pros. We've got 8 teams left in the SFL quarterfinals coming up. That is also this weekend, and we'll see you there. But until then, thanks everybody for tuning into the draft. It was a great viewership as usual. I believe we peaked at 88 tonight, so thanks everybody for your interest in the SFLm developmental draft, and we will see you for SFLm kickoff on Friday, May 10th. Until then, y'all have a great